Hey guys, so as always, we're going to let some people get in here. We have a couple things to get into today. Our first story, we're actually going to be reading an article together from the AP, um, but you guys know how it goes. Let me share this on my Facebook. Let's let some people get in, and then we will start reading an article. And I don't know if you guys can hear. My cat is being very annoying today, so ignore her. She just keeps meowing. All right, let's get started. I want to start with a story out of the AP. We're actually going to read the article together because it's kind of breaking. It's about an hour old, not even, and I didn't have time to go through and get multiple sources and all that for my script. So we'll just read this from the AP together. All right. So, out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania's highest court on Saturday night throughout. All right, I'm sorry. Let's tell you who the article's by. It's on the AP's website. It's by Mark Levy. Now let's start. Harrisburg, PA, Pennsylvania's highest court on Saturday night threw out a lower court's order preventing the state from certifying dozens of contests on its November 3rd election ballot in the latest lawsuit filed by Republicans attempting to thwart President-elect Joe Biden's victory in the battleground state. The state Supreme Court, in unanimous decision, threw out the 3-day-old order saying the underlying lawsuit was filed months after the expiration of the time limit in Pennsylvania's expansive year-old mail-in voting law, allowing for changes to it. Justices also remarked on lawsuits staggering demand that an entire election be overturned retroactively. They have failed to allege that even a single mail-in ballot was fraudulently cast or counted, Justice David Retch wrote in a concurring opinion. The state's Attorney General, Democrat Josh Shapiro, called the court's decision another win for democracy. President Donald Trump and his lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, meanwhile, have repeatedly and baselessly claimed that Democrats falsified mail-in ballots to steal the election from Trump. Biden beat Trump by more than 80,000 votes in Pennsylvania, a state Trump had won in 2016. The week-old lawsuit led Republicans U.S. Rep. Mike Kelly of northwestern Pennsylvania had challenged the state's mail-in voting law as unconstitutional. Guys, that's probably about all we need to read to understand what happened there. Basically, Trump lost another court case involving election fraud. They have not been very successful in proving election fraud thus far. I think they've only won one case. They've lost 37 or 38 or something like that now. But let's get into our main story here. Now, Canadian propaganda. This was a popular one. So before I start this story, I want to give a shout out to the guy who did a ton of work on this. His name is David Pugliese. He is a journalist for the Ottawa Citizen, as he has been following the story for a while now. And while I used many sources for the story, it always seemed to come back to his hard work from following the story and exposing stuff. So congratulations, David. Thank you very much for all your hard work in making this information available to people like me and others. Basically, I wanted to answer one question here. Is Canada using propaganda on its own citizens? In documents obtained by the Ottawa Citizen, it is revealed that Canadian forces want to establish a new organization that will use propaganda and other techniques to influence the attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors of Canadians. Now, this is about 5 weeks ago that this was uncovered. The new Defense Strategic Communication Group will advance national interest by using defense activities to influence the attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors of audiences. According to the document that was dated October 2020. The people reportedly targeted are the Canadian general public and even in foreign populations where Canada has a military presence. The Ottawa Citizen also reported earlier in the year that Canada had a military intelligence unit monitoring and collecting information from people's social media accounts in Ontario, under the guise that data mining was needed to help the troops who were about to work in long-term care homes during the COVID outbreak. That operation, aimed at collecting data off the public social media, was targeting comments about how the government failed to take care of the elderly, and then promptly turned the findings over to Canada's government, saying it represented a negative reaction from the public. The military has also been caught playing fake wolf noises in wooded areas in Canada, according to CBC. Now, however, 2 weeks ago, the National Defense has shut down the plan that would have allowed military public affairs officers to use this propaganda to change attitudes and behaviors of Canadians, as well as collect and analyze information from the public social media accounts. So basically, this was a plan that was on, right? And about 2 weeks ago, because of all the negative coverage it got, because of this man's hard work, Pugliese, because of his hard work in the Ottawa Citizen, Canada's government was pressured into not letting this bill go through that would allow them to push propaganda through. And this is why the work of journalists are so important. And I just wanted to give him the biggest shout out in the world for all of his hard work. He did such a great job. Now, let's get into the school board story. So Paulette Woods, I know you guys all seen the video now of her flipping off the camera and yelling explicitives during a school board meeting. I know everyone's seen this. Well, Paulette Woods apologized today after she was caught flipping the bird during a Zoom meeting and yelling explicitives. She has threatened legal action against school board Larry Scott just for bringing attention to those unprofessional actions during the meeting. Imagine acting so unprofessional, then threatening legal action on somebody for acting that unprofessionally. That's just crazy. She also called these accusations false and unfounded. Like, it was on camera, but let's keep going. She then blamed it on cranberry juice, saying she spilled cranberry juice. But today, she called into WBFO and apologized for actions, saying she apologizes for her language during a heated discussion. I'm sorry. We don't get a lot of stories that we can laugh at, so let's laugh at this one. And let's get into the most 2020 story of it all. The Denver Broncos' entire quarterback room cannot play tomorrow because they were not wearing masks. So I think they have a practice squad quarterback or Royce Freeman or somebody, but like, come on now. Like, this is 2020. This is some crazy stuff, guys. It's good to laugh. It's been a tough year. You guys have a great night. It was a great Fast News today. You guys just have a great